thing anyway. We just had that bid one. It was
We're in
Boris
lockdown.
Johnson's latest press conference yet, wasn't it? And it wasn't even a press conference.
No,
It
no,
was all out of depth
it was
and
a
all
public service
serious.
announcement. Britain has been locked down. We are only allowed out of the house to buy food essentials and not too often to go and care for somebody, which is good. Otherwise, my parents would starve. Go to work if you can't work from home, mainly if you're in a key service. That's about it, really. And the most distressing, one exercise a day. Why should I be forced to do one exercise a day?
I know, man. They're fucking asking a
I'm
lot there, aren't they?
I'm not impressed with this. I feel so
I
bad
used
for
to ride to
Junior though,
trigger
dude.
warning. That was it. I know. Well, that's the thing.
It's his
Well,
birthday in a couple of weeks.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
fucked
yeah.
now.
I know. I know. Easter was coming up. All the plans, everything. And here's the thing with the exercise thing as well. Like, I'd love to take my little girl through the park. I ain't taking her on the playground because fuck that with all the plastic and metal everywhere. But I'd love to take her on a walk through the park. But so far, it's been like an actual party over there. And I think, honestly, even after this has been declared, it's probably going to be the same because the second school got cancelled, they all just went to the park to get
Yeah.
wrecked. Like massive parties, and I'm still not going to go there tomorrow.
I
Um,
can't see them lifting this in 3 weeks.
I no, well, it all depends how seriously people take it, but yeah, I
Yeah.
don't think so. No, no, they're just saying 3 weeks so people don't just go, like people just go, all right, 3 weeks, yeah, okay, okay, but it'll carry on. People will be used to it by then, and like oh, just another 2 weeks. Hopefully the numbers will start going down. But the problem is the absolute fucking knobheads that have been out mingling and touching and panic buying for the last week and a half, 2 weeks. The consequences of that we won't even see until 2 weeks from now. So the consequences of locking down now, it's going to be 3 weeks before we even begin to understand. And that I think that's what a lot of people aren't really getting. How delayed it all is.
It's just
Worrying.
bollocks. It's absolute fucking bollocks. I don't like any of it.
No, I don't. I
I did
don't.
catch some of Richie. Richie Allen returned today, and I did catch some of. I don't have a load of work left now, but what I do have, I was trying to do that and deal with Junior, who wants to talk to me because we kind of like each other. And I couldn't really listen to Richie while I was listening to Junior. So, but from what I gathered, I don't think he's that impressed with any of this, if I'm honest.
No,
So,
no. He was bubbling, wasn't he? With the which I understand. There's a weird it's a weird duality with Rich, isn't it? He hates sort of controlling, um, shadowy figures, world banks, people with money making decisions, and yet he's a socialist. I don't know how he holds those two things in his thoughts at the same time. But yeah, he's definitely like bubbling at the moment, isn't he? With I mean, but mate, you're getting what you wanted. There we go, state control. Good, good. This is it. This is what it looks like. He should be happy right now. Finally, mother government is going to fully take care of fucking everything for you. Bless you.
everything's shut. Everything's fucked. The chippy's closing. Greg's, dude.
Greg's.
Greg's is shut. Greg's have
Oh
fucking
god.
let me down, dude.
So I've got a load of sausage rolls in, but they've got onion in, and it's just not right when there's onion
Oh,
in them. It's just not right.
put them in the
They've
bin.
obviously all gone in the bin. I'm not eating that. I'm not even looking at them.
Get rid. And obviously,
Got rid. Yeah, they're gone.
McDonald's closed today at 7 o'clock. And in
And there
the
was
UK,
queues.
people are
Yeah,
panic buying McDonald's.
fucking McDonald's. Like it wasn't like there was queues for the drive-through. There was queues down major roads.
Mm.
Can you imagine stopping and being like, "No, I'm gonna get this."
I'm gonna have a fucking
Fucking hell.
cheeseburger. No one's
Fucking
gonna stop me. I want a fillet of fish, you prick.
yeah. Before Boris the murderer takes it away from me. Fucking
But if
asshole.
you see all the people who were screwing, you know what? I felt better last night. I felt
Yeah.
much better last night. Today I was all right halfway through the day, and then it just kind of caved in again. But yeah, people are screaming Boris should have done this weeks ago, but you couldn't. And you have to work people up. What makes it easier for him now is that they can very much say, "Well, we asked you, we did ask, but you didn't do
Yeah.
it. So sorry, I've got a lock key in your house."
I know. I don't want this. No one wants this. No, and I honestly think the vast majority of people are taking it seriously. I mean, judging by the amount of cars on the roads, at the very, very least, it seems like most people are, but there's still a significant portion of people who do not give a fuck. Like the way I said on Twitter today, it's like an extended bank holiday for some people. Pubs are shut, works out, or you're working from home, which a lot of people are flaunting. Obviously, high peaks. Have you seen the videos of high peaks?
Oh,
Everyone drove up there. Like the
villages have had
pubs
to
aren't
close
even
off their
open.
villages.
Yeah,
They've been
there's just
barricading
an
the
influx of
roads.
people.
It's just said, "Go
Fucking
home, you
idiots.
idiots."
I
I
know.
spoke to someone today, someone that I know who works in a petrol station, and he said this morning a guy drove in, went into the shop, started coughing dramatically, theatrically, took out a £5 note, licked it, and gave it to them. Licked it and gave it to them. This is what we're up against. This is why we have to be in lockdown. This is why it happens.
Well, that's the thing. If you look at what they just put out, they said go out once a day. Only go out if it's like food shopping, medication, taking care of someone vulnerable, or obviously if you're one of the key workers, which is quite a sizable chunk of society. There's a lot of people there. It's all the infrastructure. It's not just hospitals.
Oh, Mrs. Hewitt is a key worker.
Yeah. Well, we were talking about demanding to label ourselves as that, weren't we? But the joke lasted maybe 10 seconds, and we're like, no, because journalism's obviously, and it's like, well,
we're journalists.
We should, in 10 years from now, we should talk about being key workers during the COVID outbreak. It's always intense, man. It was scary. But the thing is, these rules are pretty much what we've been asked to do already. It's just they've just added the little bit of extra bit on it that says that police are going to be sort of given powers to break you up and fine you and stuff. It's like, but there's already been arrests anyway for quarantine people going out, people who actually know they've got coronavirus just going out anyway. They've been getting arrested already.
Oh, yeah.
So I think this was more a clarification, because some people, they tried to be very nice about it, and they tried to respect people's liberty and say, this is what you need to do if you want other people to survive. Just ignoring it.
Just got to say very quickly, sorry, a couple of shout outs. Thank you, Anya. Good to see you. Hope you're well. And Duke Bratz is in. Now, Duke was in last night, and I didn't notice till after the show. Duke, pleasure to have you with us. Hope you're doing well, fella. Hope you're doing okay. Drop us a line on one of the socials. Let's have a little catch up at some point, yeah? There we go. Oh, that's it. That's all I wanted to do. Being a convivial host.
It's quite an interesting one though, actually, because and you already know about this, Hayden, but my washing machine broke today, and my washing machine broke a couple of weeks ago, and obviously it's part of my thing with my landlord. My landlord sent someone round. He fixed it apparently, and it's just knackered again. So I was then on the phone to the guy that fixed it, described everything that's going on. He's like, yeah, you're going to need a new one. But they've got a relationship with my landlord. So he was like, I'll get in touch with them today. And this was quite late in the day. Hang up. Soph comes home. She tells me about the clusterfuck that I can't even tell you on air, Hayden.
Yeah.
Because it's so sick. If I mentioned, I guarantee you I'll be in legal trouble. I'll tell you later. But
I know. After show.
Yeah, no, seriously, we have to triple check we're not on air, because if this gets out,
we'll do it on WhatsApp. I'll call you on that.
The last thing I hear though is that, like, oh yeah, that's fine. So these are the engineers that my landlord always works with. We'll just okay it with the landlord to get a new washing machine, and then Boris just says no, and I'm like, but does that mean, because he said electronic shops, doesn't he? And I'm like, well, does that mean washing machines? I need to wash clothes. My daughter's homeschooling is every day in the bath, just going to be dancing on all the clothes with fairy liquid in and just going, yeah.
I think you must be able to force them to do it by saying soap works for the NHS.
Well, she needs to wash her clothes, man. This isn't like a. I
Well,
mean, I don't
yeah,
know
that's
how
that's
they
pretty much
classified
what
it.
I mean. That's pretty much what I
Yeah,
mean.
yeah.
You can't have someone going into hospital going, "Well, I washed it in the bath in lukewarm water. I'm sure it's fine."
I got my daughter to dance on it. Saying that, my homeschoolings, I haven't really looked at the pack the school gave me
Oh, we've
because they
already
got they get
started
the
it. We've already started. That's
um
rock stars.
yeah, no,
You know when he
we've
did it,
not
Graham?
what.
The day he was sent home. Go on, have a COVID. There you go. Get rid of that
No,
COVID. Cough
I
it out.
said leave it because I knew we'd be going stir crazy in the
Oh
week,
no,
and I
he
did
got
intend to
stuck
get
in.
on it.
Get rid.
No, I've left it
We're going to
because
move
I
on
just
to
want.
more advanced lessons soon, Graham.
Yeah, like what?
VR, guitar playing, watch Daddy slowly turn into an absolute fucking arsehole who snaps at everything.
I've been
Those sort
getting
of
very
things.
snappy. Yeah, very, very snappy. She's not been enjoying it, but I've been putting her to work, man. She's repainting those drawers tomorrow. I sent you a photo of them, didn't you? The
You
right
did?
monkey. They need a, and that's her. That she's going to learn a lot about life there. Um, I I reckon by the end of this 3 weeks, this place is going to be brand new. We've started in the kitchen and we're just slowly working our way through the whole place, just revitalizing, spring cleaning, painting, everything.
Well, I'm
Um,
planning this week if I continue to improve, because as you know, as I feel better, everyone else's life goes in the opposite direction. There is a bit of dog and cat shit to pick up in the garden. I can look forward to that. And first mow of the
yeah.
year, which means I'll have to borrow the neighbour's mower, and then trundle it up and down the fucking mountainous terrain that is my small back garden, and go, yeah, that'll fucking do. It ends up looking
Make
like basically the grass on the lawn ends up looking like the hair on a burn victim's head, and
Yeah,
that's roughly where it ends.
just
You know,
make sure you knock on their door like you're escaping a zombie invasion. Help! It's Hayden!
I
It's
was
Hayden from next. Help!
I was planning on waiting until I saw him in the back garden, but you know.
Just and then you finally open the letterbox and you're like, "Could I just borrow your lawnmower, please?"
Of course, the downside is for all the guys. You know all those things that you've said. Yeah, as soon as I've got a bit of time, I'll get that done. They're all happening in the next
Yeah,
3 fucking weeks.
that's
All those
basically it.
things.
That's why I've left the homework. I am quite literally working through all the things I said I'd get through, because I realized very, very early on, like her her stress levels are very high at the moment, and you're not gonna fucking believe the thing that happened today. But it's one of them where if she comes home and has been like, "Oh, Graham's been saying he'll do that since last year," and if she just has that little moment where she goes, "Well, at least there's some good," and I'm like, "Look, there's a cup of tea waiting. I timed it from when you said you were leaving." And she just doesn't kill me because that's what I'm worried about at the moment. Just straight up murder. She doesn't
It,
care if I'm educating our daughter.
I just don't understand how we're only a few days in, and it's already very stressful.
Yeah.
And you know what the funny
Well,
thing is? I love my wife. I love my son. I love my son with
mm,
all my heart. But fuck me, I'll have to take my exercise on my own, Graham. I'll have to, and my exercise should involve taking a bottle of White Lightning to the park. But I can't go to the park, Graham, because I have to isolate. I'll have to go and drink
yeah.
in the woods like some kind of predator, like you. I don't want to be that person.
She's gonna behave like me, are you? Is that
Yeah,
it?
hanging around in the woods, drinking and staring at people. You know, and it's just going to get tough. That's where the VR might come in handy. Just whenever it's
Yeah.
getting a bit much, just even when they're going on at me, the pair of them, just slip the VR. That's better.
Are you gonna sneak the new Half-Life?
No,
No, dude.
not
It
now.
looks fucking
I'm
amazing.
going to
I
hang
watched the
on.
first.
I've made myself a promise.
Yeah.
What little work I still have left on the cards has got to be done. Still got to finish Arizona Sunshine and stream it.
Mm.
And at the end of the 3 weeks, if it looks like we're copping for some more, and there's any money left, I'll buy it then. And
Do
then
you
I'll
remember when?
phone you up and say, Graham, this is so good, but you
Do you
can't
remember
come
when
and
you?
play it.
Yeah. Do you remember? Because when we were first talking about it, you left it for about a week where you were doing what you're doing right now with like, and then like just privately and quietly, you were like, "Nah, mate, you come over. We'll make a night of it. Come over. We'll get some pizza. I'll give you a good couple of hours on it. You can have your fun." And look what's happened now. It gets released today, and Boris Johnson himself comes on TV and goes, "You're not going to your mate's house.
Yeah.
Fuck off." And I'm like,
Especially not to
"Great."
put a hot, sweaty VR unit on.
I know, yeah. Ooh.
That's just got to be a COVID factory, hasn't it? So, but yeah, that
Don't
was
worry
the
about my
plan, wasn't
daughter's
it?
cough.
I was going to buy it. So, right, Graham, come up, make a new profile.
Yeah.
We'll go and hang out in the other. You just sit in there and fucking fill your boots. And now, no. But that's why I'm waiting till the end of 3 weeks, because it might be lifted and then you can play it,
Yeah.
or it might not be
Hey,
lifted. I might have bought it. And then when you're going absolutely batshit, stir fucking crazy, I can call you and go, this is so good. This has made me feel so much better. I feel great right now.
I tell you what, though, I know a lot of people out there are struggling, and I know that you're stressed, and I know that you're worried, but just think it could be worse. You could be me right now in this situation with Half Life and not being able to play it.
I could live with that.
Think
I,
about that.